The world of Morse. Hey, hold on a second. For some reason she reminded me of Pike. All right, so hold on. I'm gonna let you guys decide. I'm giving you guys the choice. Do we play as a male or do we play as a female? Just as a heads up though, if we play as a female, I'm not gonna do a voice from our character. If we play as a male, obviously I will play as a, I will give a voice. What the hell is that? Sorry, I just say something. I swear, if that's a wasp, I'm gonna freak out. No, I already have a bee living in my chimney. I don't need wasps in here. God damn it. All right. Karina for lie. Let's see what I can make with the male first. So we have the Amois. Amois? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Oh my god. He is beautiful. The mighty Amois are the largest of the Keith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have... Oh my god, I swear, that has to be a freaking wasp. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, I'm good. For now, at least. I think you flew off. Where did I get to? Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rautai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength, +2 to the might. To be posing as a wasp having fun, I have been stung by wasps, and it is not fun. Especially for me, because, like, the last time I did it was on my foot, and my foot ballooned up. It was really bad. We have the dwarf. We have the wee dwarf. By virtue of land covered... I sound like a pirate.
Hey, lad. By virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-travelled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Dealwood and Valian republics. Almost any colonized land, dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. Aye. +2 to you, mate. 1 to your constitution.
Kind of like D&D. -1 dexterity. Although I don't... do you get a -1 dexterity in D&D? I can't remember if you do or not. I don't think Carlisle... No, well, Carlisle doesn't. Carlisle is very dexterous. Camille, though? I don't think Camille had. So right now, obviously, you know, you guys know me. My favorite has to be the dwarf. Just saying. Just... Elves are the dominant race in the Ear Glanforth. And the whites that wends are extremely common in the Deerwood and Adia. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well a commonly isolationist nature. +1 to dexterity and 1 to perception. Legolas, what do you see? What do your eyes show you? Let me scroll up. Feminine male? Maybe a feminine male. Godlike. The godlike are children of the Keith, civilized races, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms, and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits, unless you get a custom made, just saying. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. +1 dexterity and +1 intellect. Then you got the human. Humans, commonly called folk, are the most common race in the Deerwood, the Adir Empire, Old Valia, and the Valian republics. Though not as large as the towering Amois, humans are known for their strength and willpower. +1 might, +1 resolve. And the Orlan. Oh my. This is a hard choice now. It's either a dwarf or an Orlan.
Orlans are the smallest of the Keith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-tone skin, and hirsute bodies. Olans are commonly found in Ear Glenfith, the Examital Plains, and parts of the Deerwood. They're known for their mental intensity and sharp senses.
-1 might, +2 to perception, +1 resolve. So, human, I think everyone agrees. Humans are pretty boring to play as, even in D&D. I've never played as a human character before. This is just my personal opinion, though. I know some people that do enjoy playing as a human. The godlike. I've never played as the godlike. I want to say godlike. Were godlike in the first game? I think so. Boring, you went human? Did you? What were your reasons? I'm curious. Like, I mean, as I say, it's a personal preference. I know a lot of people that prefer to go for the kind of exotic races because it's a way of escaping who you are in the real world. You're a human in the real world. Let's be a mystical character kind of a thing. The elves, of course.
Hey, then you got your wee dwarf, hey.
So either dwarf or Orlan.
Orlan, I think, would be a very interesting one. Yes.
It'd be an interesting one to RP. I would love to. I know this was brought up yesterday during D&D, in the Q&A Dustveil session. I said I'd probably play as like a mech, like a tinkerer mech monk kind of a thing. But if I could play as an Orlan, hell yeah, I'd play as an Orlan.
It's tried and true. Plus, I feel like I haven't really been a dwarf. You know, Carlias he's one of those southern dwarves, ain't he? Aye. Really haven't really spoken like a true dwarf. Got into the blood and the grit of it all, eh?
Gamil, my old friend.
Get on!
Alright. Let's go with the dwarf. Let's be the dwarf. A boreal dwarf. Most boreal dwarves. Enutanak. Yeah. Live in the remote southern island of Nasitak. Probably saying these wrong, to be fair. I'm sorry if I am. Where they share the rocky tundra and snow-covered forests with migratory pale elves and the coast-hugging ships of Almar. Like their northern cousins, Enutanak, I keep getting that wrong, share an instinctive love of exploration. Boreal dwarves are most commonly encountered in the white that winds, or the southern reaches of the Deadfire archipelago. And are only rarely seen in other lands. 2 might, 1 constitution, -1 dexterity. Hunter's instincts. In boreal dwarf lands, primordial creatures, oozes, fungi, and plants, and wilder ogres, skulders, trolls, Vithrak, and Zurips have long played on hunters. Generations of conflict have given the boreal dwarves an increased chance to graze against them rather than miss. So I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of mechanic changes as well from in comparison from the first. I always get human first playthroughs of games like these. Second playthroughs in exotic race. Simple as that, really. Oh, fair enough.
Mountain dwarves, Aptapo, originated on the continent of Aedil in the old empires, but had disappeared from those lands long before humans and elves arrived there. They've spread rapidly throughout the world over the millennia due to their instinctive drive to explore and migrate. Well, mountain dwarves do form settlements and even small nations. They are more often found within other cultures. Most commonly, Orvalia, the Valian Republics, and the Deerwood.
The +2 might, 1 constitution, and a -1 dexterity. I think they're both the same in terms of this, the stat changes that we get. I may be a mountain dwarf, to be fair.
Hale and hardy, mountain dwarves are the most well-travelled race in Eora. Their incredible journeys have exposed them to all manner of lethal hazards, giving them resistance to constitutional afflictions.
I want to say Gamil was a mountain dwarf, so we'll go with that. Would you like to make a single class or multi-class character? Single-class characters are entirely focused on their chosen class. They gain access to higher-level powers more quickly. Multi-class characters can select powers from 2 classes, but gain access to higher-level powers more slowly and cannot access their class's highest-level powers. I know it's multi-class, not recommended for new players. What do you guys think? What do you guys suggest? Because I think it'd be cool to have I don't know. What classes are there again? I want to say they're going to have the standard Ranger, Rogue, Barbarian, and such like that. Because the thing is, if I go with Gamil, if I'm going like the Gamil route, if I'm making Gamil here, then we're going to have to go single class. For first time, single sounds better, but don't know what classes there are even. I don't know if I can change. Can I go... Oh, I can go back then. So, we have the Barbarian, the alright, Barbarian. Brutes, madmen, berserkers. Though city-dwelling people often use the term barbarian with a dose of disrespect. These rural warriors are respected by their communities for their ferocity and fearsome presence on the battlefield. Barbarians have a special, almost religious, role in some cultures, but in many places, the undisciplined, fearless style of the barbarian is simply how warriors conduct themselves. So you get a +2 to Intimidate, Survival, Athletics, Stealth, and History. I don't think History would be a part of that, huh? The Chanter. I think the Chanter was one of the characters in one of your companions in the first game. Can't remember his name, but I remember I had no clue how to use him properly. So, in every culture across Aurora, there are chanters. Many historians considered chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic, their hallowed phrases stirring the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magical effects in a kind of reenactment. In some societies, chanters form organized groups of storytellers and researchers, but in most parts of the world, they are just a time-honored part of local folk traditions. Okay, Bluff, History, Arcana, Sleight of Hand, Diplomacy. The Cypher. I don't know why, like, Cypher just reminds me of the Pokemon Cypher. A recent discovery in the Eastern Reach. Cyphers were once called Blishlagrin, Mind Hunters, by the Glanfathans. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche, using an ally's or enemy's essence as the focus of their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. I can hear like a clicking sound. My desk? I think that may be my desk. Sorry, I hear a weird sound. The Druid. Animists at heart. Druids tap into the spiritual power that flows through the simple living things of Aora. Plants, animals, and sometimes even living stone. While not necessarily religious, Druids do have a reverence for the natural world, and a keen interest in understanding its mysteries. In most cultures, Druids are understood as a sort of primal magician, but among the Glanfathans, Nasitaki? I can't say that word. And many rural cultures, they may have high positions of influence and authority. Okay, so metaphysics, survival, explosive, alchemy, and religion. The Fighter. Fighters form the front line of disciplined armies across the Eastern Reach. Though they are most commonly found in cultures with an organized martial structure, fighters can also be encountered as wandering mercenaries, bodyguards, and other types of sellswords. The common element that unifies fighters is their heavy focus on endurance and melee defense. Is the gameplay of this comparable to Divinity Original Sin? I guess you could say that, to an extent. I never played Divinity myself, I saw a very little bit of it, but hold on, sorry, I can see that wasp again. I'm surprised it hasn't tried to sting me yet. All things considered. It flew away from me when I lifted up my bottle. I have a bottle of water here, what I'm just gonna use to whack it. Alrighty. The monk. Monks belong to a variety of fighting orders that have sprung up in Examitil. I don't know if I said that right. And the Eastern Reach over the past few centuries. While many monastic orders can trace their teachings to the enduring founder Teletic, individual organizations vary greatly in their focus, morality, and ethics. Common folk respect the incredible discipline of monks, but see them as an odd, unpredictable bunch who may not be entirely sane. Even mercenaries and other adventurers aren't sure what to make of them. We have the paladin. Paladins are martial zealots, devoted to a god, a ruler, or even a way of life. They can be found in any culture where a fanatical group of like-minded individuals have formed a warrior society dedicated to advancing their cause. Among those aligned to their worldview, paladins are viewed with respect and admiration, if a bit of fear. Many paladins hold leadership positions in armies and mercenary companies. But in the heat of battle, their fanaticism often overrules the chain of command and common sense. Desuvault. Priests are devotees of Aurora's deities and practitioners of religious magic, while all priests dedicate themselves to specific gods. Priests' power is actually derived from their personal beliefs. In contrast to most paladins, priests tend to focus on philosophy, teaching, and the relationship of religious organizations with the common folk. The reception of priests in any given part of the world depends largely on how their god is revered or reviled by the people who live there. The ranger. Rangers are warriors of the woodlands and masters of the hunt. Always partnered with soul-bonded animal companions, they can be found in wild spaces all over the world. As their lifestyles often tend toward independence and isolation, it is rare for rangers to become an integral part of a large fighting force, though they are often employed as scouts and guides. With the rogue. Rogues are vicious killers, feared for the brutality of their attacks. They can be found as often in dark back alleys as the heart of battlefield skirmishes. Though unpredictable and undisciplined, rogues are commonly used as shock troops or as part of a surprise assault, their withering attacks breaking enemy ranks and morale. Rogues tend to congregate in large numbers in cities where they can be steadily employed as mercenaries or hired muscle. And then finally, the wizard. Oh, yes, wizards. The masters of academic magic. Wizards are students of arcane traditions that stretch back beyond the boundaries of recorded history. Wizards are a highly organized group, often forming academies, even, or guilds devoted to research and development in magical studies, and tend to favor environments where inquiry, experimentation, debate, and the dissemination of knowledge are encouraged. Many accomplished wizards eventually become known for their eccentricity, their egos, and their unquenchable interests in all things arcane and occult. So obviously, we're going barbarian. Maybe at the top of the list, but there's a reason. Gamil was a barbarian back in Storm King's Thunder, so we gotta stay tried and true to the barbarian. Although I didn't see the ability. Alrighty. We got barbaric yell. It's one rage. You have to go Barbie if you're a dwarf. I don't know about that one. How you doing, First Clone? Oh. Alright. Let's make Gamil. So, his subclass, we have the Berserker. giving themselves over entirely to their rage. Berserkers lose themselves in their frenzy. I was gonna do a lose yourself reference, but it's fine. They become oblivious to their own well-being, their carnage affecting both friend and foe. Though highly respected by their communities, berserkers often live solitary lives. Many are haunted by their own anger, and the damage it causes to those around them. Frenzy grants the tenacious and hardy inspirations instead of the strong and fit. Gaining significant hit to crit conversion on melee and carnage attacks while frenzied. The penalty confused while frenzied, and cannot see health while frenzied. Oh god. Takes raw damage continuously while frenzied. Alrighty. Corpse Eater. Often loathed by their enemies, Corpse Eaters consume the flesh of the fallen foes to gain their power. No mere cannibals, the Corpse Eater must conduct their rites in the heat of battle. Outside of their communities, Corpse Eaters are often misunderstood as desecrators of the dead. In the minds of Corpse Eaters, consuming the flesh of an opponent honors them and their sacrifice. Bonus. Gains Flesh Communion. Target a hostile deceased kith, wilder, or beast to devour their corpse, healing the barbarian and granting them rage. All rage abilities have increased in cost by 1. Alrighty. The Mage Slayer. Mage Slayers are typically from isolated communities that have little exposure to academics of any sort and have a general distrust for magical arts. The exposure they do have is usually hostile, and Mage Slayers are trained to deal with them in the most efficient way possible, swearing off the use of many magical devices. Mage Slayers inure themselves to magical efforts to better fight spellcasters. Successful melee weapon attacks add spell disruption to the target, causing wizard, priest, druid, cipher, and chanter spells to have a chance to fail when cast. Gain passive spell resistance. Cannot use potion or scrolls. Oh wow. Passive spell resistance affects friendly and hostile spells. Oh, okay. So if you have a teammate that tries to heal you, that may be a problem. But we must stick tried and true to the melee for the berserker. Oh wait, no. So we can either go with the frenzy. Sends the barbarian into a frenzied state, granting strong and fit inspirations as well as an action speed bonus. While frenzied, the barbarian receives a deflection penalty. Berserker grants tenacious and hardy inspirations yep. And then the barbaric yell, let out a frightful yell, causing enemies in the area of the effect to be shaken. Confusion by frenzy? That seems impractical when you try to keep the heads of friends on their shoulders. Hey, I mean, that technically can happen if you go into a blind rage, which is what Garthus had, actually. Garthus went into a blind rage, which nearly, well, depending on how I went about it, I could have potentially killed Bigglesby at one point. Yeah, that would have been bad. I think I may go with the frenzy, because that is what Gamil had. So, yeah, let's go with that. Alright, 15 points. Oh god, alright, so I'm gonna have to think of this like it is D&D, in a sense. I want my might and constitution to be high. Dexterity. Perception. Intellect. I can just take him down. Resolve. 2 in there. Intellect I'm gonna leave at 10. Okay. We'll have him as strong and healthy. More towards agile. That seem fair? Yeah, that seems fair. Where are you from? The Adia. The Adia Empire is one of the most prominent old empires of the West. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. The nation of Adir is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven populace. Adir was once a powerful colonial force, but the loss of Raidcaris and the Deerwood reduced its stature. Adirans are common in the Eastern Reach, but rare in the Deadfire archipelago. Pickles with a little door opener? Absolutely. You gave one of your players a cursed axe that made them attack the closest target, whether the target was friend or foe. That was a fun. Oh lord. The Deadfire archipelago. Sorry. The Deadfire archipelago marks the eastern edge of the known world, dominantly populated by island Amawa, who make up the tribes of the Hoana. The chain of hundreds of islands span thousands of miles. The Deadfire contains myriad climates and biomes that are home to the bewildering array of creatures. The last century has brought ambitious colonial traders, explorers, and pirates to the Deadfire, but travel east of the archipelago is blocked by the destructive storms of Andra's Mortar. There we go. Legends among... let me re-say that one. Legends among the Hoana speak of an ancient cataclysm that devastated their people thousands of years ago. Details of this event have been lost to time, but Hoana storytellers claim that it destroyed everything they had built, sinking even the greatest of their cities beneath the waves. So you actually do get stats depending on where you come from, which, I have to take that into consideration. Exametal? I feel like that is Exametal Plains. I don't know if I'm saying these names correctly though. I'll have to research it. Located north of Raidcaris in the Eastern Reach, the Exametal Plains are a large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by savanna folk and Orlan residents. The Exametal culture is one of the oldest in the world, though one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. Exametal society places a strong emphasis on learning and scholarship, and honors their philosophers and literati. Just as a heads up for everyone as well, reading is an incredible asset to have as a voice actor. Being able to read is super handy. Like, read books, read anything, read everything. Like, that's why a lot of fantasy books and everything are huge, if you read them, because of all these really, all these words that have, like, complex pronunciations and such. It helps you with being able to pronounce. At least it's easier to pronounce than Migzivpitirke? I don't know how to say that. I don't know. As well, I can't speak Polish or anything. I've tried, I can't do it. Once the crown jewel... Oh, the old Vaelia. Once... Sorry, taking it back. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, old Vaelia is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations, counting many humans and dwarves among their rank. The old Vaelian countries are still forces to be reckoned with, and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. The southernmost of the old empires, old Vaelia, suffered a similar fate to their northern neighbors, the Adrians, in losing their most prosperous colonial territories, the Vaelian republics. Many old Vaelians in the Deadfire archipelago are associated with the Principi Sen Patrena, a vast coalition of pirates. So also, there's a new feature in this, which is you have your own boat, I believe, which I have not played. I've not experienced that part just yet, so it's going to be interesting to learn. The Rautai, the powerful naval kingdom of Rautai, is dominated by coastal Amoa and ruled by Ranganui. Currently the most prosperous of the old empires, Rautai has expanded aggressively into the Deadfire archipelago, to secure natural resources that are scarce in their native storm-torn land. Though folk, dwarves, and orlans can be found in the Rathai, most are merchants or remnants of the old kingdoms Rathai conquered when they seized power centuries ago. Legends say that the Rathaians come to their land from the Deadfire archipelago in the wake of a terrible cataclysm, but the details of that event have been lost to time and the imagination of storytellers. The Living Lands. The Living Lands in the mountainous region of a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable, and its ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races in a variety of colonial and independent settlements. I feel like that would be probably where the dwarfs would live. Maybe. The White That Wends. A large, cracked southern expanse of polar ice, the White That Wends is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the White, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the seas or prey upon each other to survive.
I'm not sure where we're going to choose them, because I'd imagine the dwarves would probably live either the Living Lands or maybe even the White That Wends. Old Valia seems to be a more kind of a... I'd imagine it'd be more just like cities and such, you know? What do you guys think? Where would you say we should select? I'm thinking maybe either the Rautai or the Living Lands. As well, given that they have the +1 might or constitution. You went with Pale Elf and the White That Wends, so I'd say Living Lands or Deadfire. Potentially, Living Lands, it kind of seems like it would be good for anything. I would agree, either that or the Rautai. Let's go with, like, my constitution's already pretty high, and plus I probably will need the +1 to might, depending on how much that really helps. Let's go with that. What was your job? A colonist? You were part of a group that founded a fledgling colony in a distant land. A drifter? You never quite fit... actually, Gamil was a drifter. For anyone that watched Storm Kings, he was a drifter. He was a drifter, but he was technically a outcast from his old home. Oh man, I remember all the background I wrote for Gamil. Oh my. You never quite fit in, no matter where you go. Each new town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You're more comfortable on the road, traveling the world. Explorer, you find the siren call of the horizon irresistible. You cannot help... Hey, it's Jack Sparrow. Bring me the horizon, mate. You cannot help but wonder what lies beyond the next hill or wave, and you've built your life around finding out. The hunter. You live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or for sustenance. You have made your living taking the lives of wild creatures. The laborer. Your life has been spent in the study of your craft. You trained and prepared, hoping to hone your skills and ply your trade. Elder, how you doing, by the way? Hope you're doing well. Give me a good card. That's how you found this channel. Oh, really? I know that's a lot of people, how they found me through Storm Kings. Good old Gamil. The mercenary. Blade and battle is your way of life. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. And the merchants, you've traded goods from all over the world, pairing items with buyers of all kinds.
And the scientist.
The rules that govern the world are a set of alchemical formulae, to you waiting to be discovered and manipulated.
I want to say, Drifter? Use a sleight of hand to bluff in streetwise. Because you have to look at it like, what is your best for the stats that you want? But I think the Drifter would fit Gamil, obviously. Available weapon types. Alrighty, where's the Great Axe? Oh god, I'm not gonna read all of the each individual item. Just know that there is the Arbalist, overbearing shot, the crossbow, the hunting bow, and the war bow. Arquebus, blunderbuss, and the pistol. The scepter, the rod, and the wand. The dagger, the battle axe, the club, the flail, the hatchet, the mace, the warhammer, the sword, stiletto, spear, saber, and rapier. Then you have the shield, small shield, medium shield, large shield, alright? And the two-handed istuk, the great sword, morning star. It's a shame they don't have like a great axe. Huh. A pike, the poleaxe, and the quarterstaff. The wording for the hunter mage, you not pick for your ranger, just seemed wrong for a man with a bear as a companion to murder animals the way it says it. Did you go for I mean, obviously I'm just kind of taking a guess here. Did you go with the bear companion through critical role? Poleaxe all the way. I don't know if that would technically count though. Because, like, you guys know Gamil had his great axe, but that was a great axe, not a poleaxe.
Proficiency in a weapon or shield grants access to a modal ability for use with the associated item type. These abilities are situational and may be turned on or off to meet the tactical needs of a battle. There are no penalty for using a weapon without the corresponding proficiency. A character who is not proficient in a weapon only loses access to the associated modal ability. Engaging threat. Fight defensively with your poleaxe, trading damage for increased engagement. Actually no, I went with the bear so you could tank, and you think the poleaxe is more or less a great axe in game. Could be wrong though. I mean, nothing is stopping me from using any other weapon, obviously. It's just if you want proficiency in that weapon. Yeah. I gotta admit, though, I would like to see Gamil with a gun. That would be pretty funny. That would be a situation. If you guys don't, if you haven't heard about the whole Battle Royale charity event that may happen with Table Story, I would love it if Gamil killed Carlias and then Gamil took Carlias' guns. That'd be so... Oh man, that'd be amazing. I think Gamil could efficiently wield those the guns, though. I'm doing good, just enjoying the game and interested to see your take on how you like to play it. I'm definitely going just for the story. We are playing on the story difficulty, because it has been a while since I played an RTS. But, definitely curious to get into the story of this one. Now, we do have the Critical Role team. There's Keyleth, Pike, Vex. Yeah, Vexalia. Where's the Scanlan? Fuck. Mine's gone blank. Talos' character. Oh my god, Grog! Percy, that's the one, Percy. God, I've been playing. I'm sorry. And then, no, that's Scanlan. Who are you? Or you just maybe another one, and then there's Vax. I love the face they have for Grog. Is that Gilmore? Oh, you know I like Gilmore. Let's see. Where's the dwarf?
So that I want to say that's the same dwarf picture from the first game, if I'm not mistaken. He does have some glorious goods. Who else is there? I know you don't exactly have to have the same. Obviously, you can choose whoever or whatever looks coolest. Ooh, that kind of face just looks like it just screams Loki to me. Anyone else get that vibe? Like the trickster god Loki. Loki. All right. I don't know which one to choose. Let me change up my clothing color first. Oh man, what kind of clothes? Hold on, does anyone still have a picture of Gamil? What was? Hold on. I should have one. Hold on, where is it? I should have one on my phone actually. Gamil. Where is he? Hold on. We're gonna make this look exactly like him. The hair is already there. I don't have to really change the hair too much. Plus the beard. The beard, not the beard! Alright, table story. Retired. Storm Kings. Is there a... Does someone have a picture of that in here? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Nope. I'm trying to find a picture! What was that picture of? I don't, what? Okay, I guess I'm not loading. Alright, never mind. I want to say it was red. I want to say his armor was like a red leather. Oh, does his hands or does his glove have fingernails on them? Those are his hands, are they? Yeah, yeah, no, those are his hands. He has got really tanned hands. Alrighty then. Alright, hair we'll leave... we'll make it a little darker. There we go. Yeah, that was more like it. The head... Oh god, oh god. What? It went from, like, normal... Those eyes. And then, I don't know. I don't know how to really describe that one. Alright. Let's go with the normal. The hair, currently that one, but what about... No, definitely that. Definitely gonna have the braids for Gamil. Dark-ish to you? Yeah. A little odd. Oh. Alright, if we're modeling kind of after me as well, then that would be me. But Gamil would have the braids. The voice.
Nothing will slip past me.
No, that does not fit Gamil at all.
Let's go.
Not a sound.
Let us end this.
To whispers and shadows.
I shall lead us.
Onward! Easy now.
Kill them all.
Let's keep quiet. I'm here.
Grog!
For Strong Jaw! They won't see me coming long as I keep my eyes closed.
Long as I keep my eyes closed.
Ready?
Ready!
We will bring down dragons, gods, and more.
And more. I love Grog! Ah, I love Chad! Grog! Yeah!
This is my favorite part. They won't see me coming long as I keep my eyes closed.
Should we go with Grog?
Well, if you insist.
Hit it! Watch and learn, Vax.
So you got
Shall we
Percy.
begin? I won't be gone long. What's our plan? I will do my utmost to keep you all from embarrassing yourselves. Here! Somehow it always ends in bloodshed. I'll report back to you. I will do my utmost to keep you all from embarrassing yourselves.
Oh, what a lovely dinner. Lightning!
Oh, how lovely! Lightning!
Time get my sneak on. You need me, don't you? I've always said I'm a leading man. Attacking effort 1. Time for some good old-fashioned ultra-violence.
So really something up. He is amazing.
Once more into the breach.
Oh, Gilmore!
Are you sure my beard won't give me away?
Won't give me away.
Something you need? This party is now officially sponsored by Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Let's get started.
Liam O'Brien, oh my god. His voice, just saying, when I hear it, whenever I hear his voice, I always hear, War. No. Yeah, War. From, Darksiders. And it's so good.
I am your eyes and ears.
I am your eyes and ears.
Show me. You seriously want me to lead?
Also,
This is going to be an interesting night.
League of Legends, he voices a character, Yasuo? Yasuo, I think, right?
Another for the queen. Like a shadow on water. Yes?
That is the American definition of quiet.
Here we go. The shadows and I have an understanding. I'm here.
Alright,
Out of my way!
let's go with Grog.
Let's go.
Nice and slow. Yeah?
Show them how it's done. No prisoners.
No, we're going with Grog.
Favorite part.
My favorite part!
Hey, we go with the heroic.
Not with the hunched. Oh god. That I can imagine, like, that kind of pose is like a wizard. Look at that finger. Look at that that is not a dwarven finger at all, lad. That is a rather... That's a pointy finger. That's like a wizard human. The roguish charm, yes. The sassy. The stoic. And the sullen. We go for the heroic. We have that boss factor about him. It's a wizard that's about 3 hours away from being a nothing. Alright, for the portrait, since we have Grog on our voice, we may as well go with Grog. But Gilmore. We may as well go with Grog. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Sure. Alright. Now. Here's Gamil. Man, it feels slightly nostalgic to be creating a character again in Pillars. As well as making Gamil. Because I technically made Gamil back in Pillars 1. And that was even before D&D began, so...
So Gamil, first level barbarian. Class, barbarian berserker. Power source rage. He is a dwarf, mountain dwarf to be exact. And he's from the Living Lands. He's a drifter. Alright, Twitch is this small company that nobody knows. There were sarcastic things to say before. I still can't stay chairman for more than 30 minutes without losing connection to it. I think they're changing a lot of the back-end services. A lot of their infrastructure may be updating and such. So there's going to be a little bit of glitchiness for the next month, I'd imagine, whilst they update everything. I can only imagine they probably have some form of update to announce. I know they're removing the the pulse feature and the channel feed and everything, so yeah. Health is 29 out of 29, accuracy main hand 2, yep, offhand 2. Defenses, deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. I'm good in my fortitude then, so it's relatively fine. Alright, so my abilities so far: Battle Axe, Bleeding Cut, Pole Axe, Engaging Threat, the Frenzy, Carnage, and Berserker. And I have not a lot of active skills apart from Sleight of Hand, Stealth, and Athletics. And the passive skill is Bluff, History, Intimidate, Streetwise, and Survival.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between, to the waking world.
I just noticed the little grog.
Find Aethys. Learn his plans.
That's awesome.
When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
I'm also going to do sound effects as well for anyone wondering.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Oh.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Alrighty then. Can't search anywhere, can I? Nope.
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
Is he gonna follow behind me again? Nope.
And off we go into our new journey.
Camille and Colasset child. I mean, that's technically impossible, but if they merged into one being, yeah. This reminds me of the one level in Fallout 4 where you inside the Merc's memories. Yeah, yeah, I vaguely remember what you're referencing to. Oh. I have to get in, I have to, like, just poof into my body kind of a thing.